So then, Eddie Howe has spoken ahead of the crucial game on Thursday night, which sees us travel to Goodison Park. So let us see what the gaffer has had to say this time around with reviewing the game itself. Hi, everybody. I'm Paul. Welcome back to another video, and it is press conference reaction. Eddie Howe has been speaking to the media ahead of the game at Goodison Park tomorrow night, where the lads go and take on Everton in what should be a cracking game. We do have live commentary on the Toon review of that game, by the way, starting at 7:15. All the build up to the match and the commentary itself. But he started the press conference by talking about Joe Willock and a few other players. He said Joe Willock should be okay. He had an illness but returned to training yesterday. With John Joe Shelby, we're waiting to see. He hasn't trained yet, so he's a bigger concern. So it doesn't sound like John Joe's going to be fit. Now, a lot of people have said that maybe John Joe just keep him out, have a bit more of a rest, and maybe start Bruno. We haven't seen Bruno with Joe Linton yet, so we are very, very excited about that. Now, whether Joe Linton's fit or not is another question, because Eddie Howe was asked about Joe Linton as well. And Eddie said he's touch and go for this game. We have a decision to make. Whether we look after him with the break we have afterwards or whether we push him back out there, we'll have to make a late call on that one. So basically what he's saying is he doesn't know. And injury-wise, do we risk him? He knows that there's an international break after this game, so we've got plenty of time to recover. But he doesn't want to push him too hard in case he aggravates the injury even more. But given the way the midfield played on Sunday, I don't think it's a massive concern to Eddie if he does have to leave him out. Me personally, I would love to see him play, get stuck into the Everton midfield alongside Bruno and Joe Willock, because obviously, like I said there, it sounds like John Joe's not going to make the game through injury, which is a pity, but it'll give him a little bit of an extra rest, which a lot of Newcastle fans have been saying, yeah, he looked a bit tired lately, but maybe this is just the rest he needs. Now, on Ryan Fraser not being selected for Scotland, Eddie was, quite forceful about this. He says he's very passionate about his country. He wants to do well in every aspect of his game. So I'm disappointed for him, but I think he's in a good place. He's here, he's playing, and he's playing very well. Now, last season, of course, a lot of people were saying that, he'd rather go off and play for Scotland than he would play for Newcastle United, because every time he came back from the Scotland squad, he was injured. Now, we still don't know what went on there. But Eddie went on to say that he had a slight tight hamstring before Chelsea, so we don't want to risk him in that game, or didn't want to risk him. We're very pleased with his recent performances, and I know if he continues with that consistency of what he's delivering, he'll force his way into that squad. So Ryan Fraser hasn't ruled himself out of playing for Scotland again. I think that was a rumour that was certainly kicking about, that Ryan Fraser had pretty much retired from international football, but it doesn't seem that way at all. And from what Eddie's saying there, Ryan Fraser just needs to keep working hard and he'll be back into the Scotland squad. Now, given that Scotland probably need a player like Ryan Fraser, it would be very, very silly of them not to consider him in the future. Certainly this time around, fair enough. But moving forward, he's got to be back in that squad, especially if he keeps his form up. Now, on the Everton game, Eddie said, I'm sure it will be a very big occasion. We have to be fully prepared. I think there will be a lot of emotion in the game. We need to handle that and control our own start and try and impose ourselves as we have done in this spell of away games. So again, Eddie's not saying we're not going there just to sit back. We're not going to take a draw. We're going there to win. And I think he realizes that the situation at Everton is dire right now. And, Eddie knows that he can get one over Frank Lampard again. Because certainly Everton aren't playing very well. If Newcastle United get a very good start of the game, then we could turn that crowd very quickly, and the crowd will turn on the players and make it a very uncomfortable night for Everton. So I think that's what Eddie Howe is wanting to do. He says, I've been really impressed with how we've conducted ourselves and how we've managed certain elements of all the games we've had in recent weeks. It's going to be a test. They've got a good squad of players, and I admire Frank Lampard, so we know we'll have to be at our best. So again, brilliant from Eddie Howe. He's not sort of overpraising the opposition, which we've certainly had in the past with managers. Just saying they've got a decent squad, which on paper they have. It's just, it doesn't convert onto the pitch. Certainly that's the way Everton have been playing at the minute. But they will want to get one over Newcastle because, you know, there is that kind of edge between Everton and Newcastle. I don't know where it came from, but there's definitely an edge there now. You know, with the Scouts, Mackems, and certainly Pickford has a big part to play in that. The way he's conducted himself in previous matches against Newcastle. We'll be trying to put them into serious, serious trouble, which I genuinely hope we do. Now, on Chelsea, he said, what pleased me with Chelsea was the discipline and tactical adaptability we showed, and we controlled the tempo really well. The only unfortunate thing is the slight lapse cost us what would have been a massive point, but we have to learn from that. And exactly, things will go on where we just have to keep learning as we go along. That's what Eddie Howe is saying there. We have to just put it behind us, move along, but take something from it because the performance was absolutely brilliant, as we know. And finally, on Sean Longstaff, he says, after not playing for a period of time, I thought he was excellent. It's a testament to how he's looked after himself physically that he was able to play the 90 minutes. It's the same for a number of players coming in and taking their opportunity. Now, do we think that means that he's going to be playing in the next game? Certainly, you know, regarding John Joe Shelvey, if Shelvey's not fit, if Joe Linton's not fit, then it seems to me like Eddie is going to go down the line of, yeah, Sean Longstaff will fit in. And you know what? He played okay at Chelsea. He wasn't superb, he wasn't, but he wasn't poor either. He did a good job, I thought. So, you know, we've got that option. Listen, the way the team are playing at the minute, I'd play any bugger. You know, anybody. The confidence is so high. We are rolling at the minute, and I'd love to go to Everton tomorrow night and really just get a few goals, get a big win, put one over them, and you know, come home having, you know, got 6 points out of the 3 away games would be tremendous. And again, just force us up the table, away from all that trouble, and the likes of Everton, etc., can all fight it out for the relegation places, and we don't have to worry about that come the end of the season. But I'm in no doubt that Eddie Howe wants to finish as high as he possibly can in the table, and that's the exciting thing for us Newcastle United fans at the minute. He wants to keep going. It doesn't matter if he escapes relegation, that's fine. He just wants to keep going to that next level. And finish as high as we can. So we're not going to stop all season. You know, Eddie Howe will demand that the players keep going all season. But again, few little niggles, few little injuries. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you think that Sean Longstaff could play a part tomorrow? Will he risk Joe Linton? You know, there is questions to be asked there. Does he stick with a back 5 or does he go back to a back 4? It's very, very interesting, but we'll see. But that is it for the press conference reaction. Again, fantastic positivity from Eddie Howe, as per usual. It always bloody is. And we love listening to him because he talks about football so passionately, but most of all he talks about Newcastle United so passionately as well, which is an absolute breeze to see. So thank you very much for watching the video, guys. As usual, if you have enjoyed it, do stick a like on the video. It does help build the channel, and if you're new and you like what you see, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Lots of videos and live shows coming up as usual on the channel itself, and you can join the Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, please look up the Toon Review and click the button to join. Agree to the terms and conditions, the rules, and one of myself or the admin will accept you onto the group. And you can find us on Instagram. I'll get it out eventually. So look up the Toon Review on Instagram as well, and we're there to be seen. So join that one as well. And finally, big shout out to Geordie Riffs, our sponsors, continued sponsors of the channel, offering 10% off your first guitar setup or first repair. They do have a recording studio, which is fantastic. So get yourself there if you're interested in recording some music on your guitar. And they're offering your first guitar lesson completely free of charge if you quote the Toon Review. You'll find them at geordieriffs.co.uk, at Geordie Riffs on the on Instagram and Facebook at Geordie Riffs Official. But thank you very much for watching the video. As I say, comment down below what you think will happen with the team selection, etc., and what Eddie Howe had to say today. And I will catch you very soon. Take care, guys.